Hello everyone, Miss Elizabeth here for First Congregational Church of Muskegon Confirmation Class. For today's video lesson, we again pull from Unit 6, the unit in our curriculum about peace and justice. Our lesson today is about finding willpower within our inner spirit. We're following the Progressive Christianity curriculum that First Congregational Church has purchased, although we do not own the copyright to this material. Our affirmation is, I find within myself the power to do what is right. Willpower is our willingness combined with our power, applied with concentration and determination. Applying our willpower to achieve goals is really a discovery of the divine power and guidance that lies within all creation. Here are some Bible passages surrounding this topic. From John chapter 4, verse 34, Jesus said to them, "My food is to do the will of God who sent me, and to complete God's work." From Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power." And from Luke chapter 10, verses 27 and 28, he answered, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." And he said to him, "You have given the right answer. Do this, and you will live." Today's lesson is based on the story of Harriet Tubman, how her willpower and determination led her to escape slavery and then go back 19 times to save others from enslavement. And we're going to explore this lesson in the context of the fictional wizarding world of Harry Potter. Here are some quotes, some from Harriet Tubman, the Harry Potter series, and its author J.K. Rowling. Harriet Tubman said, "Lord, I'm going to hold steady onto you, and you've got to see me through." J.K. Rowling said, "Life is difficult and complicated and beyond anyone's total control. And the humility to know that will enable you to survive its vicissitudes." The character Albus Dumbledore said, "But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light." And character Kingsley Shacklebolt said, "Every human life is worth the same and worth saving." Harriet Tubman's prayer was, "I prayed to God to make me strong and able to fight, and that's what I've always prayed for ever since." Albus Dumbledore said, "We must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy." And J.K. Rowling said, "Many prefer not to exercise their imaginations at all. They choose to remain comfortably within the bounds of their own experience, never troubling to wonder how it would feel to have been born other than they are." Albus Dumbledore said, "We are only as strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided." And Harriet Tubman's comment was, Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. And J.K. Rowling's take on that same thought is, we do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. So let's go back to willpower. Applying our willpower to achieve goals is a discovery of the divine power and guidance that lies within all creation. We discover that willingness opens the gate to infinite possibilities. We don't have to know how something is going to happen, just that we can help make it happen. People often neglect to pay attention to their inner guidance. They may be willing to do what is right, but they are not able to hear the voice of their own inner wisdom. Great damage can be done to ourselves and others when we act with unkind or selfish intentions, or when we don't act at all when someone is being harmed. Willpower must always be accompanied by sensitively listening to one's higher guidance within. Sometimes doing what is right and good is not easy, and others will stand against us. But through our willpower, we can stand tall in the face of fear and hate, and with courage, continue to do what is right. Harriet Tubman was a small, uneducated black woman who lived during a time when black people could be bought and sold, and women of any race had very few rights. She had a lifelong debilitating illness that would have kept most people from even leaving their home. She was always poor and had to work hard every day just to survive. Yet, during Harriet's long life of 93 years, she repeatedly proved that by applying willpower in the right direction with determination and an open heart, there are unlimited possibilities. Her determination to do what was right and help others was an inspiration to slaves and those who are free, to women, to men, to those in the North and the South, to people of every race and color, and to generations who came after her. Now, author J.K. Rowling delivered a commencement speech for the class of 2008 at Harvard. Her speech was based on the benefits of failure and imagination. Here are a few excerpts. Failure meant a stripping away of the inessential. I stopped pretending to myself that I was anything other than what I was, and began to direct all my energy to finishing the only work that mattered to me. Had I really succeeded at anything else, I might never have found the determination to succeed in the one arena I believed I truly belonged. Those who choose not to empathize enable real monsters. For without ever committing an act of outright evil ourselves, we collude with it through our own apathy. She continued, every day of my working week in my early 20s, I was reminded how incredibly fortunate I was to live in a country with a democratically elected government where legal representation and a public trial were the rights of everyone. One of the many things I learned at the end of that classics corridor down which I ventured at the age of 18 in search of something I could not then define was this, written by the Greek author Plutarch, who said, what we achieve inwardly will change outer reality. That is an astonishing statement, and yet proven 1,000 times every day of our lives. It expresses, in part, our inescapable connection with the outside world. The fact that we touch other people's lives simply by existing. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. You can check out J.K. Rowling's full speech at the YouTube link that I've put in the description below. And for those of you joining us in the FCC Youth Virtual Hangout session later today, I can't wait to listen to the connections that you make with your inner guidance, willpower, and choosing the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.